You can't imagine the way I'm annoyed when I saw this news. When Ngozi is talking that you fundraising that you are making, that she postponed the fundraising and you are making fundraising, donate. You are saying that she changes the account, blah 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 blah. When I get home, I talk to my husband. I say, "Wouldn't be this." My husband said, "Cool down." I said, "I have to make a video for Sonia Parawa." He said, "Cool down." And now today that I'm tired, that I have cooled down, I'm making video to you. I'm just telling you, if you don't want, if you don't want to be a part of Biafran struggle, don't block road. Because as the way the one for Italy was talking with the useless name that he has, as the one that he was saying before, that Biafra will swallow our PM Salmonepa. Biafra spirits will swallow all of you people. All of you people. Overnight. Okay? Don't play with that. Don't play with that. I don't have anything to say. Anything again to say. Aparawa, mind what you are doing. Amend. If you don't want to amend, step aside. Okay? Don't block road.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who and who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome everyone to this fundraising. The finance department is going to figure out if our fundraising is going to be weekly fundraising, is going to be bi-monthly fundraising. That information is going to come to us as quickly as possible. We must maintain, we must continue to do whatever our Prime Minister wants us to do to raise the money we need to source to fund our struggle. And we will continue to do that without adding any extra stress on Biafrans in any form or shape. That is why the finance and budgeting department will take it from there and inform us appropriately when our fundraising is going to be going on. So on that note, I welcome everyone. And we are going to declare this fundraising for the United States of Biafra open. Again, like I've said, there's only one instruction, one order. There's only one place. The legitimate fundraising for the United States of Biafra, Brigade, under His Excellency Simon Ekpa will go today. And that is the New Dimension mandate. That's the only approved account. And then the account that's been approved in Homeland. So when you click on the New Dimension mandate, you scroll down, you will see the Homeland donate account. And we're already getting a lot of reports that the Homeland people are donating to that account. Thank you so much, Homeland people, for following that instruction and making your donations as we are getting updates on the donations from the different 40 states in Homeland. Thank you so much. On that note, we are going to, I don't know if we need an opening prayer. The Secretary of Information.
We're good to go. We're good to go.
Okay.
So we're just going to.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa.
Night, in one front, under umbrella of the Republic of Biafra government in exile and the leadership of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Yeah. What happened during this convention? Ooh, I smell some rotten eggs. Do I sense some suspicion? Prime Minister Simon is in prison? Why now? Could someone have a motive to sabotage the convention, which is a very important convention to restore the Declaration of Independence? Biafra must unite.
The 29th. But this is on what Sujans have said. I know he said we declared on the 29th. But these people, they have an ulterior motive. They have an intention to disrupt our declaration. On that, is it second or third of
December 2nd?
December the 2nd.
Yes.
They have a master plan to disrupt that event on the 2nd.
Yes. Oh.
And they plan to disrupt that by destroying Obatobie. That was their plan. They wanted to either one of the plans was to disrupt that event on that 2nd with so much chaos that the Finnish police will come in and just chase everybody away and disrupt everybody. That was one of the plans. The second plan they were planning with the Nigerian government is to somehow let Onyendu come out maybe a day before, be in Finland, come into the venue, declare on that day to render just to render so many things, to what they wanted that. But that didn't work out because they never liked Obatobie. They don't respect him. When he gives rules, they don't respect him. These are people that they mob him on the back end. They crowd him. They destroy him. They put him in a position where the poor boy cannot even move, cannot talk. But he knows what they are made of. He knows their plan. But that has been their modus operandi for some time, for the years. So that's what they put him in such a tight corner that sometimes Odogu does something, you start to wonder, is this something, this decision coming from somebody like him? So that has been how they operate behind the scene. They don't respect him. They hate him so much. That is why even when he give an instruction, some of these other mediocres on the other aspect, on the other angle, be saying, oh, it is not from Obatobie. Let him drop a voicemail. They don't believe him. They don't respect him. And Obatobie has been battling between this madness and the sanity of some people in this struggle for some time. But only God knows why what happened has happened. So it was those plans and it was those ploys that...
Exception, which protects self-determination. Self-determination is not regarded as a crime in any nation of the world, including Nigeria, under Article 20 of Nigerian law, that's some African Charter, Article 20. Now, Kenya has a companion law. United Nations has a companion law. So when you take anybody to any court in any country in the world, and you tell that court, I want him in my country because he wants Biafra, they will tell you to go to hell. You're a kidnapper extraordinary, whether you are government or not. You are a rogue. You should not try anybody in court for wanting to not to belong, for wanting a separate nation. That's how Nigeria was founded, for God's sake, in 1960. Is it not? It's self-determination. That was how Midwest region was created in 1963. Is it not? That's how Nigeria lost Southern Cameroons. to Cameroon. Is it not? Is that called referendum or plebiscite? And that's how Nigeria gained Adamawa, the former Sadona province of Cameroon, into northern Nigeria. So why should that of Biafra be different? It's only a crime in Nigeria. IPOB is only a terrorist organization in Nigeria, but not a terrorist organization all over the world. That needs to tell you folks something. That is why Nigeria dodged and went by night, ambushed Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and kidnapped him. We cannot take a government to criminal court and jail a government, but we can call a government to answer to the civil courts of this country. There are courts in this country. So Nigerian government must answer to this court. Like I argued before the court, upon what document did you arrest Mazin Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya? And upon what document did you bring him to Nigeria? Until they have answered that question, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu remains a person that was kidnapped by state action, by the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that will not stand in law and in fact. Thank you.
So we are reading from all right. So we are reading from the book of Obadiah, from chapter 1 from verse 10. He said, "For violence against your brother Jacob, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever." Are you all listening? Let me repeat it again. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10, say, "For violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever." All of you have seen the way the people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, you know that this is a special week we are. Okay? What has happened today? Some of them, all the things they have done in the past, they have gone back to it and start taking glory. They are taking glory. After they wage violence against their own brother. Let me read from 11. In this one, go to Nigeria. "In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers carried captive his forces, when foreigners entered his gate and cast lot for Jerusalem, even you were as one of them." Hey! Are you people following? The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 11, say, "In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers, Fulani government and their politicians, strangers carried captive his forces, when strangers entered his gate, when strangers entered our land and they cast lots for Jerusalem, even you, the people that claim they are fighting for Biafra, even you were one of them. Even you were one of the strangers. Even you were one of those who have come to carry the forces captive. You are all right.
Like the time of Moses, may it happen to them.
He said,
because of unbelief, a lot did not make it. It's happening in our time today. Only 2 people that left the Egypt entered the promised land. I hope those with a clean heart will make it see Biafra.
He say,
Those who have any other thing or any other thing against this Biafra, may they never enter that land.
he say,
Chineke, lead us to that promised land.
he say,
We will be alive to be there.
he say,
We thank you, we glorify you.
Amen.
Our rep Rose, may God guide you.
Amen.
May Chineke guide you to lead.
Amen.
We are in a land that women lead. Why our own be different? Allow our women to lead. Allow them to lead.
Away from South Korea, or rather from Korea, breaking to South and North Korea, to the Western and Eastern Germany, to common here, Cameroon, that you have the English and the French part that are trying to go away. You know what is going on. So for anybody to be calling for war, or you think you can just separate, it's not easy. I believe in Nigeria. I believe Nigeria will continue to exist. Whether we like it or not, there is a problem. We need to discuss the problem. We are disagreeing with ourselves, and we have every reason to disagree. The North, before now, is saying we don't believe in separation. But as I'm standing, I'm telling you that if there's going to be separation tomorrow, the North is ready for it. We are also ready. Let's go our either ways. And I'm telling you this with all sincerity. Northern Nigeria before now do not want to hear anything separation. But as of today, as I speak to you, the North is equally ready to leave. That is number one. Number two, talking about presidency. What I'm going to say might be controversial. You might disagree with it, but it's the absolute reality, and I'm speaking the mind of Northerners. And I have no apology to anybody in this hall on what I'm going to say, though I respect the leaders, elders, and fathers that are here. I duly respect them. But I have no apology to anybody on what I'm going to say. Let's please be serious. We are here for a serious business. Let us not make it a discussion floor if we truly want to do this. Now, talking about rotational presidency, what I thought we should be looking at is credibility, competency, patriotism, nationalistic thinking, the love for one another, and things like that. That what I thought should constitute who becomes Nigeria's president. Not regional, tribal, ethnical, or any other thing. Please disagree with me, but I will speak. This is why we are here. This is why we...
The issue of Biafra have been long. But my own view, my own little knowledge of Biafra is that I personally like Biafra to stay. Because if you married and the wife, tired of you, so they can separate. But the thing that my own objective of Biafra people is that they should follow the normal law to have their own independence. Because if they are, if they got to go and make a pronouncement in another foreign country that Biafra, is not the best. But for my own view, they should go to international courts. If international court judge it, at least there is law that guiding the whole world. So if they say that maybe after 40 years or 50 years, Biafra qualified to stay, they should go to international law. When they go to international court and the international court judge it, Nigeria have no option to surrender for Biafra. But to do it in a violence way or be sit at home or be killing people in the east is not ideal, because the people that are dying in eastern part of the country, majority of them are Igbos. So it's reducing their population.
What the convention they did in Finland, sir? It was a peaceful, successful convention. There was nothing like violence. Yeah, even here in Nigeria, nothing like violence. It was a peaceful convention.
What I'm saying is that they should stop beating around the bush. Go straight to the world courts. No, when Nigeria and Cameroon are fighting for the oil wealth, So the world court judged it, and they gave the oil to Cameroon, and Nigeria have no option. So let them go to the world court. Biafra must stay. I supported them. Let them follow the normal process, because beating around the bush and not make a pronouncement in other country, go straight to the world court. Let the world court judge this matter.
All right, sir. The other countries have their own independent in exile as well. Finland, Germany, Spain. In fact, almost Czech Republic, they have their independent in exile as well. So they have not done the wrong thing. They are not the first are independent to them, make the same pronouncement, and they have their own country as well in the exile. Yes, I mentioned Finland did the same thing in exile.
Well, if although I don't have much knowledge about, but if they think that that one can bring independence of Biafra, good and fine. But well, they know it more than me. But the little knowledge that I have is that I know that world court is still the best. But if there is another way, there is many way of killing the rat. So if there is another way, they can do it. And mostly this Biafra matter is that the Igbo people chief, they not support it, and the leaders, political leaders, like somebody like Ekwe Eremadu, that time when he was our deputy senate president. Yes, almost 12 years he didn't fight for this thing, and it is not go well. You understand my point? So like somebody like Rachel Okorocha dem and all those people, political leader of east, if they support plus the chief, the Biafra will come to reality. Biafra dream will come to reality. But if these people refuse to support the chief, the political leader, it will be very, very hard for Biafra to stay.
All right, sir. It's a nice place to live in, sir. Thank you for speaking with us.